Gold is holding near a 3-month high while the dollar drifts lower, and the Aussie just hit a 3-month peak of its own. Forex and metals are all moving this morning, with euro dollar, pound dollar, and the day's biggest mover saved for last. Euro pound is trending with notable bearish momentum, with the structure of lower highs and lower lows pointing the path of least resistance toward lower levels. Price action continues to favor sellers at each recovery attempt, suggesting the trend leans lower while that structure remains intact. Gold is holding near a 3-month high with bullish momentum firmly in control, and the broader structure supports a continuation toward higher levels as long as this base holds. The retreat in yields and a softer dollar have reinforced the bid, keeping the trend leaning higher into the session. Pound dollar is trending higher with a constructive price structure, and the softer dollar backdrop is providing additional tailwind as the pair leans toward higher levels. The trend remains intact on the upside, and any shallow pullback is more likely to attract continuation rather than reversal. Pound yen is pushing higher with clear bullish momentum, supported by yen weakness as a hawkish BOJ board member substitutes for USD at Jackson Hole. The structure of higher lows keeps the trend oriented toward higher levels, with the path of least resistance remaining to the upside. Aussie yen is trending higher, benefiting from both a strong Australian dollar and broader yen softness feeding through the cross. The trend structure supports further extension toward higher levels, with momentum readings consistent with a market that is more likely to probe higher than to reverse. Kiwi dollar is trending higher with a clean, bullish structure, tracking the broader risk-on tone and softer dollar theme playing out in the session. The path of least resistance remains toward higher levels, and the trend shows no meaningful sign of exhaustion at this stage. Euro dollar is showing a mild bullish lean, with price gradually working toward higher levels as the dollar softens into key US data. The trend is less aggressive than peers but still points higher, and the structure suggests more likely continuation than a sharp reversal from current levels. Dollar-yen carries a mild bullish trend on the longer view, but near-term price action is leaning toward lower levels as the dollar retreats, and yen gains a bid with a BOJ representative heading to Jackson Hole. The path of least resistance in the near term is toward lower levels while that pressure persists. Asian equities edged higher overnight as markets positioned ahead of key inflation data, while oil slid sharply on reports of progress toward a US-Iran ceasefire. The dollar slipped as Treasury yields retreated, lifting the Aussie and supporting metals. The one to watch on the calendar today is US Core PCE. Aussie dollar is the strongest performer on the board today, hitting a 3-month high with a strong bullish trend firmly established across the structure. Australian CPI data on the calendar today adds an event catalyst to an already momentum-driven move, and the trend is clearly leaning toward higher levels, making this the biggest mover of the session. That wraps the ForexBullion morning brief for Wednesday, the 26th of August. Subscribe so the next edition lands the moment it drops. And the evening wrap will check whether that Aussie breakout held through the US data. This is general market information for educational purposes only, not financial advice.